On Heavens on the Go, Friday, December 12th, 2025. Topic: The Law of Harvest. Memory verse: 2 Corinthians 9, verse 6. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Bible reading: Genesis 8:22 and Galatians 6:9. Genesis 8:22. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. The next passage, Galatians 6, verse 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. The Message. In 1979, I traveled for a Kenneth Hagin camp meeting in Oklahoma, USA. During the meeting, a minister announced the collection of an offering for their Bible college. At that point, a man asked for permission to speak to the congregation. He said, "I want to announce that the sum of what you all give is what my wife and I will give." There were about 17,000 people in the congregation, and when the offering was summed up, it amounted to $3.5 million. When everyone in the congregation heard this, we all thought that the man was in big trouble. However, he took the microphone and said, "Brethren, is this all you can do?" Where I sat, I said to myself, this man knows something that I don't, and I'm going to find out what he knows. As soon as the service ended, I walked up to him and said, "Sir, can I know your secret?" He said, "It's very simple. 5 years ago, I started a business with $500, and I reached an agreement with God that I would not insult him by giving him 10% of the profits. I started giving God 90% while I kept 10% of the profits. Now, I am worth over $50 million, so I know what I'm doing. The law of harvest says that if you sow sparingly, you will reap sparingly. Someone who sows 1,000 burnt offerings should automatically know that the result would not be small. 1,000 burnt offerings in 100-fold returns will be extremely large. Solomon gave God 1,000 burnt offerings in 2 Chronicles 1:6. In 2 Chronicles 7:5, the next time he was going to give an offering, he gave 22,000 oxen and 120,000 sheep, which means that God must have greatly multiplied his initial seed. That was the law of harvest playing out. In Solomon's case, he didn't just get more animals, he got many other things that money cannot buy: wisdom, understanding, peace, and long life. 2 Corinthians 9:7-8 says that when you give, God is able to make all grace abound towards you. When you check Solomon's history, throughout his reign, there was not a single war fought against him, even though he lived in an era where kings went to war frequently. Beloved, honor God by giving to him, and he will fill your storehouses until they overflow. Proverbs 3:9-10. This is the law of harvest, and it is a promise from God that will never fail. Key point: if you want to reap bountifully, you must sow bountifully. This is the law of harvest. Bible reading in 1 year: 1 Thessalonians 1-5. Hymn for today: there shall be showers of blessing. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. God bless you.